Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to our Cancer season pick a card reading. I am so excited to share this with you as we dive into the emotional feelings and just really homely, loving energy of Cancer season. So let's get started. Welcome to Cancer season, which I think is just a really beautiful season. It's always a very emotional season. I feel like I tune into the energy of the seasons really strongly. If you do as well, please let me know in the comments below, because I cannot be the only person who comes into each season like, oh my god, I'm really emotional. Oh my god, I'm full of energy. Oh my god, I feel really grounded. Like, surely that I'm not the only one who does that. There must be many of you who are empathically connected and clairsentient and just tuning into the energy that's around you. So Cancer is of course the cardinal water sign. It is the start of summer, which is fantastic. So we're coming into summer solstice, or summer solstice will have already happened by the time this video comes out, but you can of course still celebrate it, still honor it, still tune in to that beautiful coming of summer energy, which is really exciting. Maybe watching this video is your little ritual to do that, in which case thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited that I get to be a part of that with you. Cancer is of course a ruler of the 4th house. It's very much connected to the home and your family and your loved ones, which I think is really beautiful. And sometimes I think Cancer gets a bad rap because it can be seen as quite an emotional sign, and it also can be seen as a sign that maybe has like a hard exterior shell if we think of the hermit crab, but on the inside it's really soft. And so sometimes I think they get a bad rap and they're kind of portrayed as being quite overly emotional, and I don't actually think that's the case. And all of the Cancerians I know are just the most welcoming, nurturing, loving people. So I just really invite you to look at where Cancer is in your astrology and your soul plan chart. In your astrology chart, check and see if it's in your sun, moon, rising. See what house it is for you, even though it's the ruler of the 4th house, so your 4th house will be highlighted or activated during this month. Of course, you may have Cancer, for example, in your 8th house or your 12th house. So look at also what's coming up, what's being activated as well for you on a personal level in that area. If you're checking your soul plan, of course you want to look at where your 8 is in your charts. That could be an 8-8 or a 17-8. See where that's coming in, see what's coming up for you there, whether it's your goals or your talents or your challenges, and just lean into that energy. See how it can really guide you this month. So we have 2 cards for you to pick a reading from today. I have chosen cards from the Pastel Journey Tarot, which I did an unboxing of last week, I think. So you guys can check that out now if you haven't seen that already, and if you enjoy the deck in this week's video. And I also have chosen from the Soul Plan card. I haven't chosen a 3rd card, and that's because I've been guided to share a meditation come visualization with you, which I think I'd like to do at the beginning of the video, and then we can dive into the card readings. I just think it'll set the tone really nicely. So please ignore all the noise around. We have builders in at the moment, so they're walking past with cement, and there's a radio on, and there's just loads around. Maybe it's the same for you, maybe you're in a busy environment. So I just invite you to close your eyes and just come into your breath for a moment. So just taking a nice deep breath in through your nose, breathing all the way down into the belly, and exhaling fully through the mouth. Taking another deep breath in, just acknowledging but letting go of any noises around you. And just fully coming into this present moment, focusing on the sound of my voice and just letting it guide you in this moment. And as you exhale, you may wish to drop your shoulders, soften your jaw, maybe just adjust your body so you feel more comfortable and relaxed. And as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, I just invite you to drop down into your heart center, whatever that means for you. And just setting the intention to connect with that space. And just almost imagine that you are standing next to your beautiful, healthy, beating heart. I'd just like you to take a moment to connect with that. Connect with the emotional center dominated and governed by the heart, centering around relationships and love, compassion and empathy. I just invite you to ask your hearts, how are you feeling in this moment? And just allow it to answer And then you can ask, what do you need in this moment? And is there anything I can do to bring more of that to you? And just allow your heart to answer these questions. And that could be in this moment or following the meditation. Just continuing to relax. And if you feel that there's a barrier stopping you from receiving any information, you can just say, heart, it is safe for you to drop that barrier and let me in. For I am you and you are me. And I'm here to hold you safe and secure. And you can even visualize or imagine walls or doors, whatever it may be, just crumbling down or opening up to let you into that space. And just take a moment to see what it feels like to really be with your heart. How does it make you feel? And if you feel any nerves or any worries, just again set the intention to allow those to melt away. Just trusting that this is for your highest good. You are always completely safe and you're connected to your body. And so you can continue this meditation if you like, just pausing the video and allowing yourself to really tune into that part of yourself. Or when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into this space. So just take a moment to ask yourself, what do I most need to know in this now moment to guide me through Cancer season? And just choose from either card pile 1 on the left or card pile 2 on the right, trusting and knowing that you will choose what is right for you in this moment. So if you chose card pile 1, then you chose the Fool as your guiding energy of this month. And what I love about this is because Cancer is a cardinal water sign and it's showing the start of summer and this new season and also the second half of the year coming up, I feel it's almost like a fresh start for you coming with this Fool. So can you see here in this card, she looks very self-assured. I said this last week when I was doing the unboxing. She's confident. There's no fear or doubt. And it doesn't even feel like she's taking a leap of faith or risking it. This to me is almost like the after effect. She's taken that leap of faith, come through the other side, and look at how confident she is. She's like, it worked out. Things worked out and I feel great. And I feel like that is the energy that's coming through for you if you've chosen this card pile. And it's encouraging you, if you haven't already, to take that leap of faith, because this is what's waiting for you on the other side. This real confidence, this self-assured. I mean, just even her face looks a bit cheeky. She's happy. And I feel like there's this fresh start that's happening for you. Now that can be in an energetic sense. So it can be that it's more subtle and maybe you think, well, nothing big has changed. Like I haven't changed my job or my relationship or moved house. That's okay. Sometimes it can just be within you, within yourself. You're feeling a shift. You're feeling that cycle change and you're ready to move into the next phase or the next stage, whether that is the next 7 years cycle or whether that is just the next half of this year and you love summer and you're really ready for that summer energy to come. But this card to me, and I hope that it picks up, oh there we go, it might pick up a little bit of the shininess for you, but obviously I'll do close-ups. But this card to me is really a confidence thing, and it's almost like working on your self-worth, working on your self-confidence, your self-esteem, so that you feel confident enough to put yourself out there. So maybe that's what's happening, is it's like an inner work, but a positive thing. Like when we think of inner work, we're like, oh god, that's a lot and it's shadow and I've got to do all this and it's heavy and it's intense. But actually no, it's sometimes it can be a leap of faith to try something new or to do a new approach to who you are and how you're being. So maybe in the past, you know, you're somebody who's been partaking in gossiping at work, and maybe you hate that, and maybe this time you're like, actually, that's not who I am, so I'm going to let that go. And that's a really positive thing, where I'm just going to consciously be at work, and intentionally, if somebody's gossiping, I'm just going to either walk away or say, I don't really want to partake in this anymore. It can be something like that that's actually coming through for you. So I think this is a really positive card, and I'm very excited for you to have this. And then what's come through as your soul plan energy is thought and creativity, energy 6, clear focus for the flow of the universe's creativity, which I love. So for some of you, that leap of faith might be coming through in a creative sense. So maybe you've never really thought of yourself as a creative person, and then suddenly you're thinking, wow, actually, I'd love to try resin, or I'd really like to do some ceramics or some painting or baking, or gosh, I don't know, there's so many creative things you can do. It's just about expressing yourself. Even in a way, you can say that what's creative here is she's obviously taking a selfie. And for some people, it's a huge step to put your face and your body or your clothes out into the world for other people to see, and therefore probably judge, because that's what a lot of people do, and that's a natural thing to make a judgment. It's that how we, you know, check and see if something feels good for us, right? It's about us tuning into, oh yeah, that feels safe, or oh no, that doesn't. But we've obviously expanded on that with negative connotations. You get the point. So maybe there's an element of expressing yourself creatively with this, and taking that leap of faith to think, okay, it's actually safe for me to dress the way I want to, or to dye my hair the color I want to dye, or to shave my head. You know, maybe it's like having the confidence to do that, and maybe when you come out through the other side, that's when you're going to have this really self-assured feeling, because you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I waited to do that. Like, having bright pink hair really suits me, or, you know, getting that nose piercing, I feel like me. So maybe there's something that is just like a small tweak that needs to happen, and it might feel like a really big thing, but when you get on the other side, I just feel as though you're going to think, oh, I'm really happy I did that. I suddenly feel like me again. So that's what's coming through. That's what I'm picking up. So let me know how that resonates for you in the comments below. If you chose card pile 2, then I'm so happy to say we have a very positive card. We have the Lovers that's come through for you, and this is a lovely card. I really like this card, and that for me is two things. So firstly, it's saying find balance within yourself and your masculine and your feminine, so your receptive, your nurturing side, and your productive and doing side, right? So find balance between the two of those, and also make space for a romantic partner. So I feel like something's coming in, which is so good, because you have been doing so much work, card pile 2 people. If you've been picking card pile 2, whether you've picked it once or whether you've picked it multiple times, there's been a lot of work that's been going on, lots of decisions, lots of letting go, and lots of healing. And so I'm really happy to say that it feels like, not necessarily that this is the reward for doing that, but that this is a blessing that you're receiving. This is like you've cleared things out and you've made space to receive, and something you can receive is sacred union, is love. Now that obviously is going to start from you doing self-love, loving yourself, but also creating space, you know, like clearing out a cupboard drawer in your room, you know, having a photo frame with a gorgeous person in it who you find attractive. Please make that a famous person. No stalking. But yeah, having a photo, and then you can swap it out for someone, or you can even just get a photo frame and write my romantic partner, and, you know, draw a silhouette of a person and stick that in, and then that's that. Or you can put in your gratitude journal, so grateful that I'm dating such a loving, kind, funny, generous, whatever words suit you, person who is blah 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 for me, you know, like being specific with your manifestation. So I think this is really positive. I think this is balance within yourself. Show yourself some self-love, and that's like a dedicated lifelong thing, not just for Cancer season. And then you're going to be inviting in romance, and that could be more towards the end of Cancer season. So just keep an eye out. I'm getting the 23rd. Just keep an eye out and see what comes through nearer to the end of Cancer. I mean, like the 23rd is probably going to be taking us into Leo season, but that's fine. Like the end of the month, the end of the Cancer season, see what comes up for you romantically. That's exciting. And then what came through as your soul plan energy is the energy 22, completion and accomplishment, completion, resourcefulness, and total service. Now I'm excited, and don't worry, yes, this has come up with the Lovers, so for some of you it might be completion of a romantic relationship. However, what I really feel is coming up is that this is like completion of your healing work for now. Obviously we're always going to be going through healing and lessons and blessings. However, I feel like you've just done so much work that the universe is saying that is great. You have really put your heart heart and soul into that, and look at how well you've done. Look at who you've become over the past 8 or 9 months. You have birthed a more authentic, truer, loving version of yourself. Well done. So this to me is like, you've done it. I feel like this could almost be a rosette or a cup or something to be like, yeah, go you, well done. So I mean, definitely celebrate that, you know, especially if you've got romance coming in. Like, what's a self-love thing that you can do to celebrate that? Maybe it's a spa day, or maybe if you can't afford a spa day, maybe it's like, you know, giving yourself a massage, or just booking like a massage. There's loads of discount codes you can get online for loads of amazing massage parlors. So I think this is like a celebratory thing of like, this cycle has been completed, the healing that needed to happen you have done. Maybe there's a few little things here and there still going, but on the whole, you have just completed what you needed to. So you get to celebrate now, and you get to enjoy the blessings, as I say, and the space that's been made to receive love. So I'm really excited for you guys. I feel like this is the most positive second card part we've had in the whole time that we've been doing this. So let me know how this resonates in the comments below, or if there is a new romance coming into your life, or if you are working on self-love. And thank you so much for watching. So thank you so much for watching this week's video. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in next week's video. Well, that's a good song. I like that song. Boom, 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 ba-dum. Summer solstice. Summer solstice. Summer solstice. We'll investigate that later. What is that noise? That's really weird. Oh, I really hope there's no bugs in here. That's not a good noise, I don't like. Didn't turn the sound on, that helps.